First thing to do is go to y equals, it's the upper left button. And if you already have equation there, you can clear it, or else go down to y2. So let's type in x cubed minus 2x squared. You just use the xt theta n button for your x. So x caret 3 minus 2 x caret 2. Enter. Now let's go to the window, which sets the size of the display. X min, let's put negative 10. And x max 10. Okay. Let's leave x scale at 1. That means that there's tick marks on the x-axis every 1 unit. Y min, let's put negative 10. And y max 10. Y scale, let's leave that one at 1. X res, let's do 1 for now. Now let's graph it. So your graph should look something like that. So let's talk about X res. Your calculator is using the point plot method. It generates probably hundreds at least of points and then connects them. X res says how close these points are together that they're going to connect. So let's go to window and change X res to 8 and see what happens. So hit graph again. Okay, it's a lot more jagged and kind of messy towards the origin. The advantage of using an 8 instead of a 1 is it graphed much more quickly, but we lost some accuracy, so let's change that back to 1. Now I'm going to show you a way to automatically set the Y values on the window. So I'm going to graph it. I'm going to go to zoom, and then 0 is zoom fit. Let's enter. The graph is now like this. Whoops. Something like that. So it lost the little dip down in the middle. Let's look at Y. Let's go look at the window. Your Y min is now negative 1200 and the Y max is 800. So what happened is the calculator found out the maximum and minimum Y values from X being negative 10 to 10. And they're really, really big. And so it's so big that you can't see the little dip towards the origin. Notice how thick the y-axis is? That's because our Y scale was putting a tick mark every 1, and since there's so many, it just looks like a really thick axis. So for calculators, they're very nice to graph things, but you have to be careful of your window. It needs to be in the right spot, or your window or your graph can look completely different.